Game of Thrones chair.
But yeah, it looks like she's like a witch or a princess or something in the Game of Thrones. Like she has no Wi-Fi. She's in a wooden like crown chair. I don't know what to call it.
I liked princess better than I liked witch. So
I mean,
that was...
look. You need to explain yourself about this throne that you're sitting on right now. Can you give us some background on this throne? Go
ahead. Is that like a wooded wall or what is that?
I just decided to be comfortable today and sit on my bed, and this is my headboard.
Oh and man, we just ruined her fancy disguise.
Y'all are just hating so much.
She literally just rolled out of bed because she wanted to do the 9 a.m. and it's 8 a.m. So that's why she did her hair.
Again, just a little inside baseball. For people like we normally do. What episode is this? And I didn't even do any pre-production this time. So does anyone know? Is this 31? 31, I think.
It's up there.
Yeah, because we missed a week. So yeah, this is 31. So you've got your host here, Lebronald Palmer. 31. We also have
Wood.
And what nickname won officially that we can call you moving forward?
Cusack.
Cusack won.
Cusack won. So we have our other host. Go ahead and introduce yourself now as T-Sack instead of Taylor Cusack moving forward.
Yep.
So
T-Sack on the podcast, guys. What's up?
should we get some apparel as T-Sack on it so people know like that's a
maybe
I think I need to.
Maybe with this new nickname, we'll go viral, and Xfinity or AT&T will install fiber optics at your house in Oklahoma, so we can get you on real time.
So mean to me.
Her eyes are still shut. They're shut for like 10 seconds.
Shut up! No, they're not.
All right, so this is
the personal hotspot on my phone just to do a podcast with you guys. That's how dedicated I am.
She only has one bar though. So
so this is episode 31 of the Golf Performance Group podcast. We had a week off last week as of course the golf season is still kind of in. I don't know if this is the beginning of the next season or are we still waiting on the Masters to finish.
That's why I was confused why they did the Player of the Year before the majors were played. That just doesn't make sense. And I guess it looks like the FedEx Cup points for like the U.S. Open are going on this year. So they're going to have like 2 U.S. Opens on the FedEx Cup. They're going to have 2 Masters.
Yeah.
But what's exciting, remember when I ever talk about MJ Dalfy?
Yeah.
He coached with me at Wildcat. So he was leading on Friday. He's Mondayed into 4. He's played 5 tour events this past year, but he's Mondayed into 4, I think, and got a sponsored invite to 5. And now he's playing again this week. But he was leading on Friday.
Oh, wow.
And he taught with us at Wildcat last year.
No, that's
or
cool.
2 years ago, I guess.
So we need to get him on the podcast. So while we're talking, we do have T-Sack was out jet setting over the last 3 weeks. So can you give us a rundown on the most recent either charity or guest appearances that you did? How many autographs did you sign? How many photos were you taking? And how happy were the high school baseball team?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, the high school baseball players. How was that educational experience?
It was so much fun. I actually got to go up in a helicopter and do a ball drop, which was a really fun experience. I got on the helicopter all prepared. I'm ready to do it. And then I realized there was no door to shut. Like, it was just free for all. I could jump out if I wanted to and just end it right there. Like,
that's fitting. T-Sack up there doing her ball drop. Dropping the balls out of the helicopter.
I can't even
just
talk
a formal
to you.
Ball dropping for T-Sack, her inauguration.
Go ahead, T-Sack.
You are so lucky you live in Houston.
Yeah.
I would drive to your house right now.
Well,
Oh
and
my
I have
God.
like a 10-second head start on this like Wi-Fi before I say something.
Oh yeah,
You're
because
I
you
can
know
have
that was
10
going to be
more
a delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a delay. All right,
I got a
Cusack,
10-second
my
head
gosh.
start.
tell us more about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I went down there for a golf tournament for Legacy Baseball. They got me out there. It was so much fun. I got to meet a lot of fun people. A lot of high school baseball kids wanted to let me know that they were almost 18. They were almost able to
Oh, okay.
let
Yeah,
me
they.
know that they were legal to take me out. And I was like, well, I really appreciate it. I probably honestly would have raised more money if it was like a kissing booth instead of someone putting me on a hold to hit a shot
So
for him.
you could have raised more money and probably caught COVID at the same time. So we're glad that it wasn't a
Yeah.
kissing booth because that wouldn't
No.
have worked out. Yeah.
God,
So
yeah. I would have worn my mask like with the lips that I have, so it would have worked.
Oh,
But
sweet.
no.
I got the one with the mustache. We'd be
Nice.
matching. I'd have a mustache. You'd have lips. They
Brian,
probably like the lips a
you need
lot
a
better.
nose.
clearly, I'm not cool enough because my masks are just standard issue mask. So,
We
all right, now
need
tell
to
us
get you
about
some.
Well,
tell us
you're in
about
your
the other event you
40s.
went
I mean,
to.
you're in your 40s. You don't understand this trend anymore.
Oh yeah,
The
I'm
2020
definitely
trend.
I'm clearly the least cool person on the podcast. Yeah, we
Hey,
really
it's
know
okay.
that that's the
It's okay.
case.
JJ's almost up there with you. He's close to 42.
I'm at even par 36. I just thought of that. 36 even
Wow.
par, I'm just an average white man, in America
Average Joe.
today.
Average Joe.
No, you're not.
Shooting even
No, you're
par.
not. Taylor, tell us about the other event you went to. I think we saw. Was
Yeah.
it Walgreens or where was it?
Walgreens.
Okay, yeah.
I love
So
Walgreens.
Me too. They have everything.
I go grocery shopping there. It's just twice as much. Go ahead.
Because they're on every corner. It's convenient. No,
Next to
so
CVS.
I flew out to Chicago and went and played a country club called No Wood, and it was absolutely one of the most beautiful courses I have played in a very long time. The fairways were like, I didn't even want to take a divot. They were like beyond perfect. Beyond perfect. I was scared to take a divot because I didn't want to hurt the golf course. That's how amazing it was.
Now you know why people that come to Oklahoma or they comment, why are you playing in like a dirt field? Is because other places in the country that have green grass.
Yeah, Oklahoma does not have green grass. Yeah.
They forget we have a winter here, so
yeah,
the grass
exactly.
But it was
pretty sure Chicago has a winter, but
Well, this country club didn't realize there was a winner, so it was awesome. The greens were the hardest greens I've ever played in my entire life. I could not get an iron to stick on the green. I couldn't make a putt. I think I made 2 putts all day, and they said that they were rolling at a 13, almost a 14. I've never even heard that in my life.
Okay, so let's take a pause there. JJ, 13 or 14. What's the average like tour speed on a green let's say a regular PGA event versus a major?
So at our national PGA Professional Championship last year, they ran faster than Quail Hollow in the PGA Championship, but they were rolling out of 14. Wow. And at the PGA Championship, they ran about 11, but only because they're so undulated in the pins they wanted to use, they wouldn't be able to use them if they got them faster. And then like the Houston Open, they'll run like 13, 14. I think Thursday they were rolling like 12 to 13, but then Friday, I swear they had to have been 14, 15. It was all of a sudden they were just like glass, like you just touch it and it would go. But it just depends kind of where you're at. Phoenix Open, I'm sure they get them real fast, but I would say 12 to 14. And then the Masters probably 15, but you get a downhill. That's the thing. Like that's on a flat surface. If you measure downhill at Augusta, who knows? It might be like 40. So.
Yeah. So Taylor, you're better than most amateurs, of course, and you struggle with even hitting the ball and sticking the green. So give us a perspective then. How did the rest of the people that you played with? Because they were probably worse than you, I would imagine. How did they do?
They were a lot of fun to play with, but they actually they don't play golf very often. They probably play maybe once a year for a charity tournament. So they rented a set of clubs. And I'd bust a drive down there and we'd be, 40, 50 yards from the green, and not one person could at least hit it anywhere 10 feet close.
That
Wow.
is terrible course management, Taylor. You should have known better. You should have laid back to a full sand wedge for them.
Even
So
if
they
I
don't
laid
have
back,
those
I
half
couldn't
swing
hit an iron
shots.
in. I couldn't even hit an iron in. They were literally, there was no divots on the green. Everything was just running completely off the back.
Wow.
So
It was
they're really
nuts.
firm.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was nuts.
So
But
imagine a U.S. Open. That takes me back to a couple weeks ago when people are just like, all these old geezers like Breon saying, how much harder it used to be when they were playing Tour Bellatas and Persimmons. But they also weren't playing concrete greens out of
Not at
6-inch
all.
rough.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
there's
at
a
all.
whole new skill set you have to have that those old geezers like Breon never had to, So
like Breon.
I mean, I
back
am
in
old.
his day.
I am our old demographic. Oh, and also just to talk demographics, we really have the 65 plus golf listening podcast demographic on lock. I said we had
Well, not anymore. Why didn't you tell me that before I made those comments?
It's too late. Now they're going to be mad. That's what I was going to say. So all of you, anybody who is 65 plus that listens to us, go into JJ's DMs. You probably don't use Instagram, so why am I even saying that?
My DMs get flooded with the senior living homes golfers.
My gosh.
Go to Taylor's or T-Sac's DMs then and tell her that, hey, we hit the greens when we play golf. That's what you need to go do right now if you're a part of that 65 plus demographic. So
can I give my tip of the day for
you go ahead.
So like Taylor said, no one can hit the green from 40, 50 yards, right? So a lot of the time in like my group practices, I'll pick out the target green. It's about 90, 100 yards, and I'll have them take out a 5-iron and try to match up like their swing length with the right pacing to be able to stop it on a 100-yard green, because nobody has anything. Most people just have a stock swing. They don't have that off-speed half shot. Like they don't have any feel or, for that type of shot. So you need to go practice that. Take a 5-iron, go to 100 yards out and try to hit out of 10 balls how many you can stop on the green.
But like at a charity golf tournament, when people play once a year, they're not going to be like, I know I can hit a 5-iron. And
but they should. See, to me, the charity ones, the charity ones with you, like when they have a good player like you, that should take the pressure off of them to hit that shot into the green. Or at least that's how I feel. Because the driver is usually the problem for most people when they go out and play. Like most people can hit I can't say most, but most people can hit a 9-iron into a green. If not into a green,
they have a better chance just taking a full swing at something versus and like a shorter club. Obviously, they have more control. But it doesn't matter in scrambles anyway. They just write down whatever they want to write down. You see these like 18 handicap A player on the team. They shoot like a 49 gross for 18 holes, and it's like, how did that happen? But
well, they're cheating. They're pencil whipping the match. That's what they're doing.
I've never understood like how they get gratification out of winning a scramble when you just wrote down numbers. Like, how do you feel good? But they feel good about themselves, like walking away with that trophy.
Well, it's
like all you did was write numbers.
Luckily enough, I've never been in a tournament where that's happened. So that's good.
What?
And we had it. Oh my God!
How many scrambles have you played in?
I don't condone cheating. Like, if that were ever to happen in my group, I think people know that.
No, I've never been in that group, but in the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would happen in tournaments all the time. But if it would
I've
happen,
I've
definitely been in a group. I've definitely been in a group where a person has came in and be like, "Man, just go ahead and put 4 on that one where we got 8." And I'm like, "What?"
Breons of the world that ruin these charity tournaments.
Do not put it on me. I am a person of integrity. So, all right, we got the Shiners Open.
Hang on, I gotta say one more thing about the tournament.
Okay.
Because I want to see if you guys obviously you're a little older than me. So, and obviously basketball fans. I played and I got to meet some really.
Go ahead.
I got to meet some really, really cool people, and I think Breon is going to be so excited.
If you didn't meet Harold Varner, it's not very exciting.
I got to meet some Bulls players.
Okay, who? Cameron.
That played in the 90s. So
so even better. Okay.
So I got to meet Craig.
Wait, let me
Hodges.
guess.
There's one.
Greg something.
Well, no, go ahead. Say him anyway. Say him. Go. Who'd you meet?
I got to meet Craig Hodges.
Greg Hodges, nice. Bulls champion from 91 to 93. Go ahead.
I got to meet, yeah, I knew Breon would know. Tony, I'm going to say it wrong.
Kukoc?
Kukoc.
Yes.
Kukoc, yeah.
I know
He was
him.
on the second three-peat, 93 to 96.
I got to meet, what was his name? Jeff
Michael
Sanders.
Jordan.
Okay, I think he's a center, tall guy.
He's super tall. He's almost like
Jeff
7
Sanders.
feet.
Yep, Jeff
And
Sanders.
then Randy Brown. He used to be the
Randy
assistant
Brown,
coach.
yeah, he used to be, and he was the guard that they had on the Last Dance that Michael Jordan cussed out all the time. So yes, you did. You met some Bulls legends. So that was nice.
Was he not very good? And MJ was always cussing him out?
Randy Brown was not.
So I got to meet him at the cocktail party before golf the next day, and we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, okay, so when was the last time you played golf? And he's like, dude, I haven't played golf in like 3 years. I'm gonna enjoy driving the golf cart and having fun.
I bet that's
and I
what
was
he
like,
did too, yeah.
what? Yeah, oh yeah, he didn't play. And I see him on the course, and I'm like, Randy, how are you playing? And he's like, driving great, Taylor. I was like,
yeah, hey, he's just living off of those championship years. But Randy Brown did coach also, so those are some good people to meet.
Nice. Yeah, they were all very, very nice. Tony actually played behind me, and let me just tell you, he just crushes the golf ball. Like, I know he's 7 feet tall, but
he's like 6'11".
just bombs it. Absolutely bombs it. It was so fun to watch him hit a ball.
Nice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So they're all Walgreens supporters?
Do what?
They're all Walgreens.
No, it was in Chicago,
supporters?
so they probably brought out celebrities. Taylor was a celebrity like them. You know?
Oh, yeah. You and Tony Kukoc.
Like you were the
Tony
celebrity here.
Remember, he was supposed to be like the white MJ.
He was the white MJ. No, he was great. Tony.
He was good, but he wasn't like MJ. Come on.
It's because he had MJ on his team, but I think if Tony had his own team, he would have been. I mean, he'd be like Luka. He was really good. So,
but do you think LeBron is better than MJ?
No, not at all.
Really?
And I'm a LeBron fan. Yeah, I don't think so though at all.
Yeah.
What if he wins the
LeBron,
next three NBA Finals, the next three champions? He's gonna have 7.
LeBron will need to win the next 3 in a row to even be in that discussion.
What? He would have more championships. He's statistically better. He's just more dominating force. MJ's more clutch, obviously.
Jordan never lost. He never lost in the finals. Kind of like this. I mean, so I'll put it. Let's bring it back to golf.
When you're in the finals every year, you're gonna lose every once in a while.
I know. Hold on, and that's why
every year.
And that's why I want to give you an example that's golf when we talk like, let's say, for example, Tiger versus Phil. All right. So if you think about it, in reality, Phil ever since Tiger has had this kind of hiatus from 2012 through now, Phil kept playing. Phil kept progressing. Phil kept getting better. He's starting to amass a lot. He'll never catch Tiger's win record, but he's starting to amass a lot in his career. He's getting close on money. He's getting close on a lot of things, but that does not mean that he's a better player or ever has sniffed what Tiger Woods has done because how dominant Tiger was during that period.
But LeBron is going to match everything and surpass everything if he gets those next 2.
He's got to get those rings.
He needs 2 rings, which he's going to get 1 on tomorrow.
He gets 1 tomorrow. Yep.
And then he's going to need 1 more. And he's my age. And how the hell does he move like that? I can't even get out of bed without hurting myself. And I'm like watching him do 360 dunk, freaking spiking against backboards. Like, I'm like, I just don't understand how that's possible. But he's got another 4 years in him, probably.
Well, I mean, I do know that you have a ice cream fetish that I would imagine LeBron probably doesn't have.
But in my detoxification, I've been going to Halo Top, and so instead of getting 1,300 calories, I'm getting 300. So I'll be pretty mobile here in the next few weeks. I'm getting more protein than I am fat per carton of ice cream. Pint.
Just don't eat it.
The Shiners Open. All right. So Shiners Open this week. TPC Summerlin. This used to be one of those silly season golf events where you never got the big names. But since we're in the bubble scenario still, you really have some good names playing this week, and I got some bets I want to run by you. All right.
Wait, hold on.
Let's hear it.
What's the best shot ever hit?
Hit.
The best shot to ever
Words
end
are
the
hard.
tournament was at the Shriners Open. To ever end a tournament for a victory. Who hit it and what was it? What shot?
I don't know. You've
No
stumped me.
clue.
Jonathan Berg was in a playoff and made a hole in one to end the playoff.
I didn't know that. I'll have to
That
look
was
that
I
up.
didn't either.
8 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
That's really neat.
Well,
And then
since
where's
Jonathan
Jonathan
Bird,
Berg? He's still buying drinks. Ain't no one's seen him since. But
okay, so the best odds to win this tournament are Bulk DeChambeau. Basically, he's 800 to 1. So for every $100 that you would bet,
I just thought of something. Sorry to cut you off, but the other day my girlfriend was like acting like she was watching the golf on TV or like Golf Central, and it said DeChambeau. She's like, "Oh, that's Bulk DeChambeau," and I was
exactly.
like,
That's what we
She
want.
was like, yeah, like like Bulk DeChambeau. She thought that was his name because
I
she's
love
been
it.
listening to the podcast. I was like, "You've been
love
listening to the podcast," because I was like, "Brianna's the only one I've heard say that."
And now
Yes,
she's going to hear
she's
this
like,
and
his
be
name-
like,
I
I
was like,
can't believe you just
Bryson.
said that.
Yes, we
Like Bryson,
want that to be. We created
it.
that. No one
You're
else
starting
in
a
the,
fad. Yeah.
Yes, no one else in the golf world has said Bulk DeChambeau. We definitely created that on the Golf Performance Group podcast about 5 episodes ago. So he has the best odds. I'm not betting on him though because it doesn't make any sense. So I do want to give you some people down the card that I'm looking at. So Sanjay M, he plays every tournament, never takes a week off. He's down there at like 4,000 to 1, or basically.
Yeah, because he's kind of fallen. Like he was like top 10 every week for like a year. I feel like.
And I think that this is a chance for him. He finally took a week off last week, so he's finally playing it. Like he got a chance to refresh. So I'm throwing a little money on him. Maverick McNeely.
Oh, I like him.
I'm throwing a little money on Maverick McNeely.
I gotta get a coffee. I'll be back, but I'll be on call.
Did he really just get?
Here's the worst podcast host in the history
He
of
just got
podcasting.
up.
And Taylor, the last person that I'm looking at is Max Homa. Sneaking in Max Homa. He played well as we closed out last season or going towards the tour championship, and he's got great odds. So I'm going in Max Homa. So what do y'all think about the 3 players that I'm considering betting?
Where's
on?
MJ Dalfy on your list?
Let me see where Dalfy's at. Dalfy. MJ Dalfy is 25,000 to 1. Should I just go ahead and put a flyer on him?
Wait, he's a better odds to win, or he has a better chance supposedly, according to Vegas, than Sungjae M.
No, Sungjae M is 4,000.
Oh,
He's 25,000.
Okay.
No. So should I just sprinkle a little bit on MJ just to be safe?
Yeah, sprinkle a couple pennies on him.
Yeah, I'll sprinkle a little on MJ. I don't have a problem with that since you know him. So that's my card, and I might throw a little bit on Scotty Scheffler, just because he was the Rookie of the Year and a guy that we like. So
I really like Maverick McNeely. Max Homa won last year, so I think he's kind of he's not going to win for a couple more years.
I don't know.
I think he's hilarious. Do you guys follow him on Twitter?
No, what's so funny about him on Twitter? I need to follow. What does he do?
Oh my gosh. He does this thing where he's like, hey, send me your video of you hitting a golf ball. I want to critique your swing. And he just roasts everybody. And literally, like, it's anywhere from like tour players to, people that can play
fiber
golf,
optics are getting us.
I've never seen in a swing video to him because he's probably going to be like, dude,
we're definitely sending your we are sending your swing video with your logo and Golf Performance Group logo on it. We are doing that next week regardless. What swing should
I was thinking Breon swing. We could send them both.
No, we're sending Taylor. He's gonna respond to Taylor. Look, he's not gonna respond to me. Yes, look, we are marketing. We're not gonna. You send me out there, people gonna be like, I'm never listening to this shit. Like you. So,
Oh my
all
gosh.
right, let's get into some tips.
You guys have Snapchat? I had the best video yesterday of someone swinging a golf club. I'll have to send it to you. We need to send that one in.
We're gonna have
But I don't know where
a
my
group
phone is.
Snapchat going on. Gosh.
Look, so all right, for as before we wrap this thing up, getting back into the swing of things, we've got the Houston Open coming up. I believe they're getting ready to shut down the golf course in 2 weeks to no longer allow public play, to make sure that it's set
what
up
course is it again?
Memorial
at Memorial
Park.
Yeah, I guess Memorial Park, but
It's
gonna
like
be great.
downtown. Yeah.
Great
I played
setup.
there,
Yeah, great setup. Great. So Taylor, that's when we want you down, like we talked about. We will try to set up some interviews, things of that nature. So tips for people this week. Taylor, anything you want to leave people with for golf related as we get into October, November, December, etc.
Practice putting. That literally got me this weekend was putting. And I mean, it's getting cold. Everybody's probably not going to want to go outside as much and going to, swing a club, but you can go out there for 20, 30 minutes and go practice putting, and you got some work in. I know JJ is about to hit me with some different advice in a minute, but
I already gave
my advice.
Yeah, JJ's tip was I can't even remember at this point now, but give another.
The 5-iron from 100 yards, stopping it on the green.
Yes.
But putting, I would practice like 15 feet on a flat portion of your green, stopping it on a string or a dot so you can get speed control.
What do you mean
Mastered.
on a dot or a string?
Like like if you have a shoelace, like take a shoelace out of your shoe, put it, you don't have to take it out of the shoe you're wearing, but you put it like 15 feet away and put a tee down, 15 feet away, and just try stopping it over and over again on that string. So you master like your speed control. Because as you get on, that's probably why like you struggle with putting so much, and why I did when I got in those bigger events was because like your speed has to be perfect when the greens are that fast. Like because you're just having to die them in, and you have to have perfect speed control.
Okay.
That's good.
And my tip is,
Drinking.
I personally, no, not at all. This is a civic responsibility. I personally don't care who people support or who they vote for, but I want everyone who listens to us to participate in the election process.
Rion, do you think your vote really matters out of the
I do think my vote matters, definitely.
Every vote matters.
I was just trying to be non-politically correct. Of course,
listen, I'm being both non-politically and politically correct. Go to iwillvote.com to check and see if you're registered. Texas,
what if we're not?
Well, if you're not, you're too late in Texas registration. Ended
Can I vote
Monday.
in Arizona? My license is in Arizona.
Possibly absentee if you still have an address there. In Oklahoma, early voting, I believe, or I think registration ends on the 13th. So, but again, iwillvote.com will get you information as it relates to that. So I just want to encourage people who may be new to the political process or the election process to vote. I don't care who you vote for. I just want you to participate.
Is a Green Party represented?
There is no Green Party this time. You have basically two options this time, or Kanye, and I don't think Kanye is a viable option.
Oh gosh, no, heck no.
Who's better? I mean, Trump and Kanye are both celebrities. Kanye and Biden, probably same intellect level. I don't care for any of them, really.
I would say get out and.
Can I vote for myself?
Actually,
you can write in your name. You can write in your name. So
I'm going to vote for Cusack.
Educate yourself. Do some research.
I'm so damn educated.
Just vote
I bet those baseball players.
Did
you educate those baseball players on the politics of America?
Why do I even talk?
They're all going to be penciling in Cusack. You might win.
Go ahead, Taylor. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'd get like 14 votes. What I was going to say is, educate yourself. Don't just vote because someone in your family is voting that way or your friends are voting a certain way. Actually do some research and vote the way that you believe in and that you value. So actually go out and do it how you want to.
And see, don't talk politics or religion with your friends.
And see, I was able to weave in politics without even really talking it because all I said was go vote. Like, never gave an opinion or anything. And that's the type of things that, we'll sprinkle in every so often. Election day is less than 25 days away now. So
how does our country, with all the brilliant minds we have in the United States of America, how do we end up with the candidates we end up with?
But see, now you're making it political.
Now you're
I'm just telling people to vote.
I'm just wondering how they end up
I'm not going down that road.
I mean, I'd much rather have Cusack than anyone that I can vote for.
So everybody go vote for Cusack. Taylor for president.
JJ is making a point about how we got there when he's got a shirt on that says "Get High." So
I asked this earlier and no one even responded.
My belly kind of like ruins a shirt. Hold on, there we go. Get high on your own supply. It's a meditation
what does your shirt say?
We missed it, Taylor. My bad.
It means, remember, all my tips are breathe. So I bought these shirts in every color. Get high on your own supply.
Full of it.
I swear, these are lungs. I'm breathing.
Listen,
Get high on your own supply.
That's been episode 31 of the Golf Performance Group podcast. I'm definitely naming this episode "Get High on Your Own Supply." Without question, that is the name of this episode.
People will listen.
You people definitely. We'll enter a whole new demographic.
We're out.